Hello, everyone. My name is Erica Stevenson, and welcome to this short webinar presentation about giving presents. In these few minutes, I will be hopefully reminding you of the most important thing that your child needs from you this year and in this season is you. Not any tangible material item that you can give them. It's your time, your energy, your spirit that they crave and that they really need and that they will cherish forever. So come with me on this little short journey of remembering that this is true. We don't have to run ourselves ragged trying to do all of these external things for our children. There are ways that we can actually be in the room with them and give them exactly what they need. So first, let's talk about what is presence. Presence is our ability to be fully present in the moment with another or in a situation. It's about literally being here right now, not thinking about the future, not thinking about the past. It's not being distracted by other things. We are trying in these moments to be conscious, to be mindful, and to be aware of what's happening. Why do we want to give presents to our children? When we think of giving gifts, we're thinking we want to show them how much we care and that we are thinking about them. But when it comes to our children, the best and the truly only way to do this is to give them your presence. Again, to give them the gift of you. That's what they really want. How do we do this? I know this is a really stressful and busy time for a lot of people. So the kids get off school. Sometimes you can take work off. Sometimes you can't. The time you do have at home, there's so much to do. Family visiting, leaving out of town. It can be very difficult and very stressful. So how do we do this? So I'm going to go through I think I have about 6 or 7 ideas. Doesn't have to be that you're going to do all of them. If you do one of them, you're ahead of the game. So start with what feels very doable for you. Those of you who know me know that that's where I like to start, is what you can actually do, what feels doable to you. So here's somewhat of a simple one. Remember to physically connect. Even a gentle touch on the shoulder can communicate your love and attention. So just walking past your child, gently touching them on the shoulder, that can be a reminder in a very specific moment that you are there with them. Okay? It's not this huge thing about giving presents that, I have to be fully engaged for hours on end with my child. No, but in that one moment of actually just putting your hand on their shoulder, if you do that, being fully engaged in that one moment, you will communicate so much in that gentle touch. All right? Remember, even in stressful times, put the stress aside and remember to snuggle, hold hands. Rough and tumble play is something that's been coming up a lot in the research, but also in conversations recently. Some of my friends are doing some rough and tumble classes for young kids, so we've been talking about this a lot. Really important to kind of roll around on the floor with your kids sometime, to engage in that kind of play. So remember, it can be something fun. It doesn't always have to be seriously that we're physically connecting, okay? And then hugs and high fives often. Again, little things to remind them how important they are to you. And these little things will also help you keep your stress level low. Make things fun. Remember to connect physically. All right. The next one that we can talk about here is making a choice to, quote, be there. I want you guys to, even though I put the word be capitalized and in quotes, I want you guys to focus on the word here, choice. This is a choice that you have, and there will be many moments where you will say, I missed that choice. But now that we're talking about it and bringing it into your consciousness, I hope that there will be at least some moments in the next few weeks where you will remember, in this moment, I have a choice. I can choose to be interested in whatever they're interested in. How many times does your kid get in the car and start talking about something that you're like, really? Again, you're going to tell me the story about the tree and how Billy, didn't let you climb up and all of those kinds of things? Yes, again, they're going to tell you. They might be interested in bugs or a certain animal or, a science that you're not really interested in, but you have a choice in that moment to be interested in what about this subject does my child really love, and try and listen through that lens and see if you can make the choice to actually be there with them in that moment, not thinking about what you have to do as soon as you get home. Okay, make the choice to be interested in what they're interested in. You can choose to be happy about spending special time with them. We could be stressed out that, oh my God, I have nobody to be with them, so I have to take them with me to go here and there, and it's going to be so much stressful, and they're going to want all these things, and it's going to be so hard. We can make that choice, or we can make the choice to want to be happy about spending this time with them. Okay, and following up on that, we can also make the choice to look at some of their misbehaviors as an opportunity to better understand them, not as something that's getting in your way of doing what you need to do. Okay, remember, these things are choices that you have. And so many times I can hear so many of your voices right now going, but Erica, it doesn't feel like a choice in the moment. I agree. I have these moments myself. It does not feel like a choice in the moment. However, the truth of the matter is it is a choice. So what I would suggest is, before you're going to be in this situation with your child, think about the choice you want to make. Because you're 100% right. Once you're in that situation and in the middle of the Target and they're laying on the floor because you won't get them that other toy that they really wanted, but you know that you have gotten it for them, it's just at home, so you're like, this whole thing is ridiculous anyway. You can be stressed out about it. It can interfere with how you're going to deal with the situation, or you can make a choice to look at their behavior in a way where you can better understand them. And the way that you're going to be able to do that is to remind yourself before you walk into Target. Sorry, I keep picking on Target sometimes when I do these examples, but it's a common one that comes up. I think we all love Target. Okay. Focus on listening. Stop talking so much. A lot of times we're talking at our children. We're not even talking to them or with them. We're just talking at them. Do this, do that, do this, do that. Telling them what to do all the time. Stop that. Because I said so was one that came up last night in my parenting class a lot. And so cute. This mom was like, I have realized how many years I've been saying this to my children. They ask me why I want them to do something, and I just tell them because I said so. I want them to listen to me. Of course you want them to listen to you. But how are they going to learn to listen to you if you're not listening to them? So invite them to vent. Invite them to share their opinions, to make suggestions. Doesn't mean that you have to agree with it or go along with it, but invite them to share their voice, okay? Try to see their point of view, even if you don't agree with it. It's fine. I'm not saying that they're the boss. You are the boss. Any of you who knows me, and if you don't know me yet, get to know me, because you are the boss. They are not the boss. However, listen and understand their point of view. Let them use their voice. Let them know that you really do hear them. You see them. You understand them. And then here's what we are going to do. It doesn't mean you have to follow what they say when you invite them to share their voice, but please invite them to share their voice. Let them know that their voice is valuable, respected, and wanted. Emotional connections, okay, DS and TPB. So this is Dan Siegel and Tina Payne Bryson. Put this together in such a beautiful way, starting off in the Whole Brain Child, and then I believe they've used it in No Drama Discipline, and now they're coming up with Yes Brain, which I'm very excited about. But this phrase that they came up with is easy to remember. Connect before you redirect. Anytime you're trying to get your child to do something and you're trying to redirect them into doing something, connect to their feelings first. It is such a one easy way to foster emotional connection in your relationship. But two, it will make your redirection of their behavior so much easier. Promise you, actually guarantee it, have seen it many, many, many times over the years. Okay, so connect before you redirect. I understand that you really wanted to bring Susie home with you today. It's really hard when we have to say goodbye to our friends. That's an emotional connection. I don't have to go on and on about it. One, maybe two sentences, depending on how old your child is. Then you redirect. We, however, are going to go and do X, Y, and Z. So you're not dismissing their feelings. You are actually genuinely connecting with it and letting them know you understand what's happening. Again, doesn't mean that you're going to allow Susie to come along with you if that's not part of the plan. Connect before you redirect, okay? Again, encouraging the expression of their feelings, another way for them to use, quote, their voice. But expressing emotions is okay. Expressing emotions is actually very healthy, and we want this. Their behaviors sometimes need help in the way they're expressing their emotions, but you want them to learn how to appropriately express their feelings. So encourage the expression and help them learn what's appropriate in your family, okay? But you still express your feelings. It's not that we don't, okay? Start with compassion and loving kindness. So I did put out a while ago a guided meditation. There are many articles out there written. You can just Google compassion or loving kindness and you will come up with quotes. Look it up on Pinterest. There are really beautifully done little pins about these kinds of things. But start there. Start with being compassionate to your child's experience. Start with this idea of loving kindness. It will make emotionally connecting with them a lot easier. And you'll be able to do it more often, which is what I'm hoping to encourage right here. Another idea for giving your presents, give your undivided attention. This actually could have been number one. Put down the phone. Stop doing what you're doing. Okay? Avoid multitasking when your children are around. Actually, just be there in the moment. Right? So stop doing what you're doing. I remembered something that I was talking to a mom about a few weeks ago. And so I put in here, except driving. But if you need to, actually pull over. So if your child really is having a difficult time in the back seat and you can't deal with it because you're driving, sometimes pull over. Pull over for a minute and actually get in the back, talk to your kid, see what's going on. Doesn't mean, again, you have to, quote, give them whatever they're having a hard time with, but connect with them, be in the moment with them. They will calm down most of the time. I know not always. I am not a fairy who has a magic wand and can come around and make it go away all the time. Nobody is. But most of the time, with that connection, when they need you, you will be able to help them calm down, and then you can get back in the car, and it won't be a 20-minute car ride with them screaming in the back seat. Again, most of the time. The point here, though, is giving your undivided attention. Okay? Screen diets. Everybody go on it for as long as you can handle. Don't set a goal that you're not going to be able to do, and it has to be held by everybody in the house. Okay? So everyone unplugs. Okay? Keep yourself accountable. Don't go cheating. Those of you who have, smart watches and stuff too, just because your phone isn't there doesn't mean that you keep checking your texts and stuff like that on your wrist. No. Take it off. Screen diet includes all screens, okay? Go for a walk. Go for a hike. Be out in nature, okay? We're here in LA. It's like 80 degrees right now in the middle of December. But if you're in the cold, bundle up. Bundle up, go outside for a few minutes, be in nature. It will literally help everybody de-stress, okay? And it's a great way to be present in the world with your child. Have a new experience, okay? And here's my last idea for you guys. Shift power struggles with play. A lot of times when kids are on, quote, vacation from school and we have these holidays and yay, it's so much fun, but oh, it can be so stressful at home. A lot of power struggles come up. So I have other videos on YouTube and I've talked about this a lot. If you have questions about it, please send me a message. Get in touch with me. I'm happy to talk with you guys about this issue because I think it's so important. But the best way to shift these power struggles is with play. How do we do that? We make this kind of special play with them, this time for special play where we are going to play by their rules. They live by your rules all day long. Making this special time where you're saying, you know what, today we're going to play by your rules for the next, again, however long you can handle it, 10, 15, 20 minutes would be fantastic, and play by their rules. So it might be about going outside and jumping in the puddles. It might be playing a board game and they get to roll 7 times and you get to roll once. It doesn't really matter what it is. It's about playing with them, knowing that it's not about winning, that it's about playing, so be willing to lose. And it's about letting them, again, have this kind of play with power over you so that the struggle, quote unquote, doesn't need to come into your daily routines. Okay, this will guaranteed also enhance your connection with your child. Another way to be present with them. So summing up, I was trying to do 15 minutes, but now we're at 16, so I'm keeping it as tight as I can. Summing up, here's how we're going to give our gift of presence. We're going to lessen the stress of the season with being mindful of our time together. Again, we're going to make those choices in our mind before we enter those situations. We're going to listen more than we're going to talk, okay? We're going to be in the moment. We're not going to be distracted. We're going to pick certain times of the day. I know you guys have so much going on. Please believe that I understand that. But there are moments in the day you can choose to set all of that aside and be there just for those moments. Again, I don't want you guys to think about that Eric is telling you to do this for an hour or all day. I'm not. I want this to be manageable for you guys so you can actually do it, okay? Use your breath as a way to stay connected to yourself, all right? In meditation, we call it an anchor, but sometimes when we feel like we're spinning out, just feel your breath. You don't even have to change it. It's not even about taking a deep breath. It's just about noticing it. It helps bring you back into your body so you can actually stay present, all right? I hope that this inspires you to give your presence to your children and your family this season. I hope you all stay safe and healthy, and I really look forward to connecting with you guys in the next few weeks and into the new year. All right, take care.